today I want to talk about what being unemployed is really like, and how that stage was for me, and probably how that stage could be like for anyone who is unemployed. Because I think we share the same traits when we're unemployed. Many of us share the same traits: the constant worries, the constant anxiety, the constant bad moods. Like you're never in that settled position. It's like something needs to be happening in your life for you to feel better about yourself. You just being there, waiting for some future possibility, some future event to happen, doesn't sit well with you. So most times you're like, "Ugh," feeling bad about yourself, feeling bad about, let's say, being in your room and watching a movie, feeling bad, like everything just feels bad. Everything doesn't feel right. You know, the funny thing about when you don't have a job, it feels like everybody else is doing well. It feels like life is stuck, like everybody else is progressing, you are stuck. Especially with social media and how it can portray other people's lives. You'll see someone is portraying their life. Oh my god, I'm working here. Like, okay, people don't usually say I'm working here, but they can show a side of their life where it feels like they're doing well. They went for a birthday at Cafe Javas. I don't know, they did some exciting thing and they look to have spent a lot of money or something like that. And you who's like in this position where you have no money, you're broke, you don't know what to do next. Wow. You just then you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get shit straight? Everybody else seems to be doing better than me. I remember when I was like really broke, and there was this one time I went to, I think it was the time when Fireboy came, and I went for that function. I went for that function very well knowing I wasn't like really well financially, but I just told myself I needed to be out of the house. Because personally, I used to be someone who used to like stay in the house a lot and like try to grow myself, try to acquire different skills and just try to better myself. Because I always had like this possibility of, if I can learn this, I can get work. If I can learn this, like everything was a possibility. And I think it's the same thing for anyone who is unemployed. Like anything that seems to have, like anything that seems to make sense can be a possibility. What am I saying here exactly? Like, you will watch on YouTube someone saying, I work as a copywriter, right? You will watch YouTube someone saying, I work as a project manager. Someone says, I work as an event planner. I work as an artist. I do art. Or someone saying, I sell crafts. I sell stickers. And everything seems to be a possibility in those times. So that was like kind of the same thing for me. I used to see everything like a possibility. I need to backtrack a bit. Let me just talk about the event thing, and then I can go into the story, this other side of the story. Because the event thing, when I went for that event, I only had money for the ticket and money to get myself, and money for transport, going to the event and going back home. Well, I did have some money to buy like a drink, but that was it. Like after that day, I was broke. But because I was staying home alone, I told myself like, I need to get out of the house. I need to get out of the house. I need to meet with people. I need to get some connections. I need to like increase my possibilities of getting some work, right? So, and I know going for an event like that isn't really an ideal place to get work. It isn't a smart move. But just going outside and seeing other people and really seeing like what other people are really like how are people actually doing, that after the event, it just felt good. It just allowed me to feel fine about the situation I was, because you're talking to people and everyone is like, yeah, I'm about to finish uni, yeah, I'm about to do this, yeah, like, you know, everyone is also having a possibility. They are not yet there, but they're like, yeah, I'm about to work with my parents' business or something. I'm working as an assistant here. I'm doing intern here. Like, people are just like, everyone was like in a possibility. Yes, me, I was not yet having work. Like, I had no work yet, but just talking to other people and seeing that, yes, even them, they don't have work and they're also just getting there. Like, they're just starting to get there. At least when I went back home, it just allowed me to like, okay, I do have a plan in place, and if I can follow this plan properly, I can possibly get there. So let's take it one step at a time. Because before it was just in my head, like anxiety was killing me, all sorts of all sorts of thoughts were coming in my head. Because you know when you just stuck, nothing seems to change when you wake up every single morning. That was it. You just stuck there. You wake up in the morning, your day is the same as yesterday. Nothing has changed. Though for me, I would try to like do something every week or every day. Like every day when I wake up, I'm like, today I need to do something new, right? And when I go back to the possibilities thing, because I had so many possibilities, and many of you, if you're ever like jobless and you have the ambition, the drive to find work, you look at everything as a possibility. Like you look at people who do software development, you're like development developers I'm making good money. I think I can be a developer. Then you start drowning yourself like on YouTube and trying to learn development. I mean software development and try to learn C++, Java, like all of those programs. You try to learn all of them because your head is telling you, if I learn this, I could possibly get some work. The funny thing about having possibilities and knowing that if you could do this, if you could do that, if you could do all sorts of things, you can get work, is that you don't just get work. You just don't get work. Whether you know this, whether you know that, you don't just get work. I took on so many things. I bought an iPad to learn how to make stickers, because there was a point where stickers were selling a lot on the internet on Etsy. If you know Etsy, the online website. So I was like, maybe if I get my iPad, buy my iPad and the Apple Pencil, I can start drawing, and then I make stickers and I start selling and I start getting some cash in. Like that was a possibility, and I went on with that thought for like 2-3 months straight until when I got the iPad and got the Apple Pencil, and I got them. Then other things now started coming into place. There was even a time I was like copywriting, like learning how to copyright. I even read a whole book on copywriting. I literally have, let me see. The book is not here. It's probably somewhere in my suitcase up. Um, I had a book where I used to write every day. Like I would go on to like, I think it was Quora, and then I read like an article or something, and then I write about the article that I've read. Like I just write. So I was like trying to teach myself copywriting. Like I had so many possibilities because I'd drawn myself in content where people are doing copywriting and they're making big money. So I was like, I think if I learn copywriting, yes, this is going to be it for me. This is going to be where I'm going to make it be. So I learned copywriting, and I was like, I used to write every day. I think I did that for like 2 months straight, just writing in the book. Oh my god, guys! Like I was so ambitious, like crazy. The thing about the stickers, when I bought the iPad and I wanted to do art, and I was seeing art as this thing that could possibly be it, after trying so many other things, I was like, maybe it's art. As I was getting onto art, I started getting called for gigs, videography gigs, for editing gigs, and that just shows you how life is. Like you're going to start picking up on something and say, yes, this is it, and then somehow doors start opening elsewhere. Doors start opening elsewhere. Much as life seems it's stuck, it's not really stuck, because if you're doing like work, if you're doing things, somehow possibly like somehow work finds you. So because I was putting out YouTube videos and I was trying to like get content out there, people started watching the videos on my channel and sharing them. And from there, someone just reaches out and they're like, oh, can you come and do this and this for me? I've seen your work. You go, you make some money. Oh, can you come and shoot this? Oh, you go, make some money. So like, and every time you go for these gigs and you make some money, you're like, okay, maybe this might be it. But also you look at the money that you're being paid and you're like, in the beginning, it's hard. Like, okay, in the beginning, even the amount of money you pay doesn't really matter. Like, all that matters is that you have work. As long as you have work, you feel like you're growing, you're moving, you're getting somewhere. But if you don't have work and you're just there, it's not a good feeling. So those small gigs would okay, give me some hope. Like, okay, there's some hope, and this maybe I can get better at editing. Then I I paid for Skillshare in 2023, the whole year, and then I just went and I drowned myself in Skillshare. I studied After Effects. What, like, I just taught myself so many different things, and just became good at Premiere Pro, Photoshop, everything. So I was just there, like, having these possibilities, and when something seems to, pique my interest, like when something seems to have some hope, where like you've been called for work, okay, you drown yourself more in that. So 2023, I'm busy dying with edits and what, like, I knew how to edit, I knew how to put videos together, but I just, like, there was the storytelling aspect to it. There was like a lot of things that I still needed to get together. And once I got some small work, it gave me that hope, and then I drowned myself, like, in editing and all of that. When we go back to art, the art journey was something that I always thought I was going to pick up on. But every time I was going to pick up on it, and I think I said this already, every time I was going to pick up on it, I would get called for another gig, for a gig somewhere. So I never really like picked up on it that much. But I've always had like this art. Art is something that I've known from way back. From like, it's like as if it's just part of me. I haven't like really sat down to get serious about art. But I always told myself, like, when I was broke, it was like a possibility. Like, maybe if I can do this a lot more and unlock that art culture in me, that drawing culture in me, that drawing, why am I saying culture? Like, that drawing talent in me, because I feel it's locked. It just needs to be unlocked. Because if you give me something, like, I never really attended art classes that much, and my art teacher, you're probably going to forgive me for this, but whenever I attended art classes, it would just be like, okay, I just sit behind, just be jazzing with my boys or something. Like, it wasn't really like something that I took so serious, because I just knew I knew how to draw. You give me a pencil, a paper, I just know how to draw. I just know how to pull it off. I just knew it. I didn't need to put in effort. It just happened, and I would get my good results in art, and that was it. So I had a possibility, thought art was going to be the thing for me, never really grasped on it. What other interests did I pick up on? Yes, I told you I picked up on copywriting, had my own drama in that sense. Then there was a time where I was like watching a lot of like political content. It was crazy. I was watching so much political content, and I just told myself, like, if I just know so much about politics and I start speaking on them on my channel, so you can see most of those videos I've jacked them on my channel, but there was a point on my page where I used to like talk about political stuff. And I was just like so much like invested in politics. And that's the thing. And that's the thing about when you're unemployed and you're like trying to make something work, trying to get things going, is that you have moments, and you have moments where you drown yourself in bits of stuff, and in the process you tend to learn a lot of things. That's if you're active. Because I think some people are probably like, I don't know, like, this was for me, because I don't imagine that everybody was exactly like me, or most people are exactly like me. But if you have like this passion, this desire, this burning flame in you to actually make it big, you're going to pick up on so many different things, because you're just telling yourself, this, maybe it's going to be this one, maybe it's that one. Like, you keep on picking up on different things. Some other people, possibly I don't know, like, it's like you tell yourself, maybe my parents are going to connect me to so and so, or this friend is going to connect me to so and so. Like, because I didn't really have like a social circle, and even to this day I don't really have like much of a social circle. I was always like in my own space, always in my own stuff. And so having possibilities, I mean, being optimistic about finding work at some organization or what, was like a faraway thought, was like a faraway thing, because I didn't have like connections. I didn't have people I was talking to that could mentor me, that could give me some hope and like tell me, oh, I'm going to connect you with so and so, or I'm going to, like, that wasn't there for me. Everything just seemed to be on my hands. Like, Chris, what are you going to do to get yourself there? What are you going to do to make yourself successful? And And it was tough. It was like really tough. It was tough. It was tough, but I think the best decision that I ever made while being unemployed was to just start going out, because I realized the gap in my endeavor, in my ambition, was not being in contact with people. Because I stayed indoors for like a good time. Like I used to just be in my own space, drowning myself in my own work. And I don't know how many people do that. That's why you can see to this day I don't have any problem like just being on my own. I don't have any problem in that sense, because I'm just like used. It's something that has been going on for me for a good time. I've always known how to occupy myself and find something to do, because my head is always like in a moving state, trying to get this, trying to get onto that. So that was me being unemployed and thinking about and thinking about the possibility that this could give me, or that could give me. Like everything just seemed to be a possibility. Like maybe I can grasp onto this, maybe I can grasp onto that. When it comes to other people, like I said, when you see people on social media, or even just when you see like, not even social media, just your immediate family circle, and people are like doing well, like this is going on for them. I would see some of my relatives, people are flying out and stuff. Like, okay, things are going on for everybody. Like, why aren't things going on for me? Like when I watched the video on what it's really like being unemployed, I just felt like maybe I need to share my story on this perspective, because it's a real thing being unemployed. And if you're not careful, this can, like, the depression can overlap your thinking. Is it? Yeah, can overlap your thinking. Like, you can feel more depressed than you can find a solution, because every day you're just in the same place. Everything is static. Every, it's static. Yeah, everything is in the same place. Nothing seems to be moving. Nothing seems to be going for you. Perhaps another thing that I can talk about while I was being broke, when I was still unemployed. And then, when I say when I was still unemployed, it's not like I'm employed at a company right now, but I do have work. So I could say I'm employed and I'm working. So another thing that stood out to me when I was like broke and unemployed was thinking, and I think I've said this, but was thinking that everybody, no, I haven't said this, was thinking that everybody is looking at me, everybody is taking notice of me. I don't know how many people feel this, but anytime I went out and I knew I had no money on me, I would feel like everybody knows that I have no money. I would feel like everybody knows like that I have no money. I used to go for karaoke every Friday, and on Fridays I used to have like a budget of like 20 grand, and sometimes it would be like 10 grand, and then I go, and with that 10 grand you only have transport. Like with that 10 grand you only have transport, 5 going, 5 coming back. Oh my god, sometimes you go. So I would like try to create a strategy for myself and tell myself, like, if I'm going for karaoke and today I have no money, I'm going to go a bit late, and I'll go like at 10. But this is the funny thing, when you go at 10, it's not really late, it's somehow early. So you go at 10, you find the hours from 10 to like 2 when karaoke stops is a long time. So while you sat there busy moving around trying to act like as if, bro, it feels like everyone is noticing you don't have a drink on your table. Even if you sat on a table with people with drinks, you just feel like everybody is noticing that you don't have a drink, but you don't know what's going on for other people. Like, much as other people are coming in and yes, they bought a drink, they bought some food, you don't know what's going on for them. Sometimes someone may come in for karaoke, maybe they have been home the entire week, or they have been just, or they just got some kamani or something like that, and they came to have a treat, to treat themselves, to have some fun, and they spend, like, they buy themselves something decent to eat. And for you who's there, like, you're in this state, you're unemployed, you don't have work, you look at everyone else and you feel like everybody else is doing well, and you who's not doing well, you feel like they're not taking notice of you who's not doing well. I don't think anyone has ever told me like, "Oh, Chris, you're a very broke guy. What are you doing here? Why do you keep coming for karaoke?" I don't think anyone has told me that. I used to go with my company for my drink, and the main reason I was doing this was just to put myself out there. Like I found out that I had a gap in my in my journey. I had a gap in my journey. Like I needed something to connect me to opportunities. And what I saw and where I saw that gap was in my being at home a lot, was my lack of contact with people. So I told myself I need to be out. I need to find somewhere to be going to. I need to be out of the house. I need to go and connect with people, just be around people, because that way I would increase my possibilities of finding work. I would increase my possibilities of success. Like, because my mind was always in constant thought, I was able to realize that my situation is being exacerbated by me. Like I'm in that position because of myself, because of my lack of contact with people. So I started putting in effort to go for karaoke every Friday. Now you tell yourself, going for karaoke every Friday, is that a place where you can get opportunities? What the thing is, you never know who you're going to meet. I've got some clients just going for karaoke. In my early days, I got some clients like they would just watch my video and they're like, "Oh, this guy actually." Like some people get curious about you. You get the mic, you go, you sing like this amazing song, and suddenly people are curious about you. Like this guy keeps on coming for karaoke and he sings well, because I would do well when I sing. I would sing well. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it's the truth. It just happened. So I would go, I sing, and then like some people get curious about you. Like people surprise me when they knew about my YouTube channel without me telling them. Like, how do you know about my YouTube channel? How did you find out about me? Like they got curious. This guy comes every Friday, he sings. Let's find out about him. They check. Okay, this is what he does. So I did get some gigs, some work from some people that I met while going for karaoke. And that was a good thing. That was like a good step for me, because now it was like possibilities were now coming. Like, okay, now this is something that could actually work. Because now all of a sudden it became clear to me that yes, I needed something to bridge me to work, and now this is it. Just meeting people, and it started working out for me. So if you're there unemployed and you're just stuck in your house, you're busy watching videos on the internet, you're busy watching movies, you know, something that really gets you depressed when you're unemployed is watching movies, watching any sort of content, knowing that you have no work. Like when you sat there, even if you're not like really doing anything bad, or like just you watching a movie on Netflix, just you watching some content on YouTube, will make you feel bad because you're not getting paid, because you're like in the same position, right? But the solution is to go out and meet with people. And I don't know for how many people this is going to work out for them, but I did a good thing to have a channel where I was putting out content. And if anyone like tried to look me up, they would get like my channel, and okay, this is what this guy does. Then word of mouth now starts doing its thing. This person tells their person, their person tells their person. Next thing you know, someone is calling you for a gig. Like word of mouth, just it helps you out. People talk about you, and then it helps you out. You get opportunities that way. So once I discovered that was the solution, I started going out for anything. There's a networking event here. What I'm like, okay, what's the transport? As long as I have transport, that was it. Like I reached a point where I was like, don't care so much about what people are thinking. Just go out. Just go out, because my head constantly tells me like everybody is doing well, everybody is making money. So me who's not making money, when I go in those places, I feel like there's that imposter syndrome. Like you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. You're not doing well. Like, but no one ever notices. No one ever gives a damn. Everybody is in their own world. Everybody is hustling. Like when you go for a networking event, there's people who are also like you. Like when you go for a networking event, there's people who are like you. They are also stuck in life. They're also not doing so well. But you're not going to notice because people come on with masks. Someone is coming, they look animated, they look smart, they look they look kawa, everything is kawa for them. And when you ask them, so what are you up to? Someone is like, man, I'm interning at this place. I used to hear the word interning, and I used to see I used to think people who are doing internship at a certain place are, bro, they're doing well in life. Like everything is perfect for them. Like you don't understand, man. When someone would tell me like I'm interning at this and this organization, or I'm interning at such and such place, bro, I would be like, wow, man, bro, you're doing so well, man. Like, bro, some money, man. Bro, come on, man, give me some opportunities. But that wasn't really the case, man. People who are doing internship, you find someone is doing internship, they're not even getting paid. Sometimes, like, it's just a statement that you can tell someone in a corporate environment. When you tell people that I'm interning here and here, it seems like you actually have something going on for you. That's in a corporate environment. Well, I think everywhere else, but when you actually get to understand what internship is, that's when you really know that, man, this person is just trying to build their CV, and they may not even be paid while they're building their CV. So someone may be interning at some place, but they be going there doing work every day, but they're not getting any work. But they're not being paid for whatever they're doing, for whatever they're interning. And so, like, anytime anyone will tell me like I'm doing internship here and here, bro, I'm just like, wow, man, you guys are cool. Like, I had no internship. I was just like trying to figure shit out on my own. And so people telling me that they're interning here, interning there. Wow. Wow. Wow, bro. Man, come on, man, connect me. Yo, you don't understand, man. And while going for these networking events and meeting these people who are doing internship, much as I was looking at them and thinking like these guys are cool. The thing is, these guys didn't really have like a catalog of work that they could show that yes, I'm doing this. Much as they're interning, sometimes even what you're interning for, maybe they're giving you like a very low position, and it's not helping you to build your CV. It's not helping you to build your resume, your portfolio, whatever. But me, who is doing my own work, who is having a YouTube channel, who's putting out content, like I changed my content. I started putting out documentary content. I was putting out like political content. Like, you just see that, like, this guy knows how to edit, and sometimes some people will look at my channel and say maybe this guy knows about business, because with the documentary content I was putting on YouTube, I used to like interview people, then I give commentaries on the videos, and then I'll post them. I would edit the video, put it out there, and I got hired for a gig where I was hired to interview people, and I was just being paid to interview. Like, someone watched my channel, they saw the content was good, and they were like, "Wow, this guy could actually come in and get people like to talk." I don't know, just something like that. Like, we need to have content out there, and we need people to tell stories on this and this. So maybe we can bring someone to interview them, a good interviewer to interview them, so they can speak about their stories, and we get a message out there. So they watch my channel and are like, wow, this guy actually does this well, and he has made some content on this. I got in. Like, who would have known that I would have got hired to interview other people? Who would have known? So I was, much as I was not interning, like, I didn't have that fancy thing of I'm interning here, interning there. I was creating my own work. I was doing my own internship. I was building my own portfolio. And when the time came, work started coming in, started getting paid. And the funny thing is, much as there are people who are interning, you may find they were not even making money. Me, I was having like some small gigs where I would make some money. Yes, it wouldn't be like, oh, this astronomical amount of money, or it wouldn't feel like a consistent thing. Like, I would just have one-off gigs and that is it. But that was enough to show that, yes, I've worked with someone, I've worked with this person, I worked with that person. Whereas there are people, you're interning, you're not making money, you're probably like doing, like, you're not doing exactly what you've studied. Maybe I've just given you a role while you're interning. Like, there's just something. You're not really like doing anything to contribute to your CV or your portfolio. I don't want to make this feel like I'm attacking people who are doing internship. When you're doing internship, it's a very, very good thing. It's a good thing, and it can increase your possibilities of getting work, because when you say I've interned here and interned there, like, it can increase your chances, your possibilities, your chances of getting work. But don't always think that that's the end. Don't always think like once I do internship, yeah, everything is going to be car from there. Sometimes you can do internship and after that you just like you're not selected because I don't think they're doing internship alone. I don't think when you're doing internship you're doing it you alone. Maybe there's other people who are doing internship as well, and out of the bunch, some people get selected and some don't. Like there's all that drama that comes in. Maybe something else that I can touch on to with you being unemployed, and this can go back to my one-off gigs, is any payment that you get feels like something, right? Any payment you get feels like something. I would be paid funny amounts of money like 50K, 20K, 30K for editing projects, and it was low money. It was not like really good money for the work I was doing, but I'll just feel like, okay, yeah, man, I'm actually growing. Like just a small bit of payment would make me feel comfortable about the point I'm in. It would make me feel comfortable. My head is thinking about other things. Just a little bit of payment would make me feel comfortable about the situation I'm in, and it would give me the sense of growth. You know, so when you're unemployed, like look for these small cues where you can make some money. I know some jobs may not feel like something that is going to get you out there, that is going to get you successful. What am I trying to get to here? Because when you don't have work, you could decide to start working at a restaurant, right? You could decide to start working to start working as a receptionist. Let's say receptionist. Um, which other gigs, like which other work doesn't require you to have like papers? Uh, let's just go with those two, right? So when you don't have work and you get some of these opportunities, you're going to take them on, and it allows you to feel like something is going on for you. But one thing I can tell you is never take that as the conclusion that now that I'm getting some work from here, yeah, everything is now going well for me. Never take it as the conclusion. I had opportunities to work as a swimming coach, as a swimming coach, and there was also swimming someone who cleans up the pool, who makes sure the pool is covered, and that at a hotel somewhere, and then swimming coach at also some other, like I had the chance of going in that path of like swimming, like because that was something I was doing. I knew how to swim. I knew how to like I knew so much about swimming and safety and all of that. So I got connected to some hotel. I was going to go and I work there, but I just didn't know how to clean the pool. So that was something that I had to learn. Then I tried to learn it at another place. Like, so for some reason, I feel like the fact that I didn't get those jobs was kind of a good thing, because if I got those jobs, yes, I wanted to get some work because I usually have. I did read about leverage in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he just touches on it a bit. But if you really pay attention when he touches on to it on that part, it's that when you have some work that you're doing, it can allow you to now make some money that can channel you to another place that can. It's so well laid out in my head, but speaking it out is hard. Like if I was to take on the jobs as a swimming coach and I was making say 350, because that's what they wanted to pay me, 350, in fact even 300 grand. Like it was just some low cash there, but I mean it would have been something for the position I was, just not having work. It would have been something. But if I was to do that, I would use that as a chance for me to save up some money since I was staying home, save up some money while working there, maybe invest in a high-end camera, maybe start going out for more networking events. Like I'll just use it as leverage to increase my chances of getting the work that I want. The only problem about taking on such jobs is you're going to reach a point and you start your life starts getting framed around this work that you're doing, because now you budget less. Like you start thinking of income increases, especially if you're not like getting other opportunities outside. And also it stops you from being able to create your own work. In my case, like if I had taken on those jobs, I wouldn't be able to film documentaries and make stories and people and business. I wouldn't be able to increase my chances that way and like just diversify my content. Because before I first had a talk show, then I did some political content, then then I got into the documentary storytelling. Like that one, at least it like really expanded my video editing skills and my videography skills. But if I took on these jobs, I would be occupied a lot more with the jobs than I would have time to make my own content. Because these jobs they were requiring me to be at work. I think I only had like a free day if I was to take on a job at the hotel. Only like Wednesday was the only free day. The rest of the days, even Sunday, I would have to be in work, which was crazy. Which was crazy. And sometimes I feel when I look at myself right now, I'm like, thank God I didn't take on the gig. But at that point in my life, I needed that work. Like I was so down, bro. I was really broke, and I just needed something to get going for me. I remember I went for the interviews and what like I was always almost going to get the job, but because like there's a point where we negotiated and we were like, okay, since you don't know how to clean the pool, we can get someone to come and clean for you the pool and teach you how to do it, and then your salary for the month won't be given to you. You will not be paid for the month. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. And we're about to do it, and then they got someone who could actually do it, who could actually like clean the pool. And so I was not taking in like life just tends to direct you. Like we have like our own destinies, or we just have like there's just things that happen that you just can't tell why they're happening. So I didn't take on the lifeguard role at the hotel. I'm like, okay, I'm back to reset. Like I have no work. Okay, now what? Then I just started like thinking of more ways to like get myself more opportunities, and I did my documentary stories. And yeah, like what I can just say is, when you get this kind of work, don't get stuck in that work. I know it's going to be like a full-time job, because when you work as a waitress, or when you work as a receptionist, they will need you there 24/7. These jobs, these jobs are so fucking annoying. Like they pay less, but they require you to be present every day, 24/7, bro. It's so crazy, and it limits your chances of getting better opportunities. I don't even like. I want to speak from the perspective of someone who's actually having that work, and how they could get themselves out of that situation and into better opportunities. But I don't see it, because you have to constantly be present at work. Even if I said like on Wednesdays when I was free, that free time is when I would go out and shoot documentaries. I would need that rest, because every day you are at work, like every day you're going somewhere to work. I would need that rest. So like I think just be patient with yourself. Like whatever you're doing, just be patient with yourself. Err towards the side of making more work, just creating more work. Whatever field you're in, I'm sure there's a way how you can build work. There's a way how you can get work and build a CV, even without like really being in the field. I don't know. Like maybe I know there are jobs that require you to actually be working at a company, be working at a field or something. But there's always a way for you. But you can always look for those jobs, or for those career paths where, at least when you're unemployed, you can always look for those career paths where you can build your own CV on your own. Like it doesn't require you to be working at some company or some business for you to build your CV. You can always look for those careers. In my case, it was videography, it was content creation, and yeah, it helped me out in that sense. But you can always find something. And if you're like really in a bad stage, and you get a chance to work as a receptionist, as a waiter, as a swimming coach, no, as a lifeguard, because swimming coach, like some people actually do that as a real job. Swimming coach, I don't know how much they get paid there. All I know is if you're working at a school, like a really like really nice school, you can get some good payment. But other than that, like, I don't know how it is for the coaches. So if you just work at those low paying jobs, I don't know how you're going to figure it out, but you can just use it as leverage. So you get paid from there and channel that money towards something else. Maybe invest it somewhere else. Maybe save to buy something that could help you increase your chances on get like you'll figure it out. Like trust me, you'll just figure it out. Things will just happen. Much as life feels static, I think this is how I'm going to conclude this video. Much as life feels static, things don't seem to be going for you. You're going to figure it out. With time, things are just going to open up. You're going to figure it out. You're going to opportunities are going to come. Just keep your mind in a constant motion. Don't be stuck. Don't don't follow the normal script of get papers, then try applying for jobs here and there, and maybe in the process you'll find work. Try to create work for yourself. Try to think of other things to do. Like I just like the fact that I never got stuck with only one thing. I just learned so many different things. Like it's crazy. I know how to I know how to write copy. I know how to do art. I know how to like make stickers. I know how to edit. I know how to plan projects. Like there's a time where I did the whole project planning thing, like a whole course on it. So like I just tried out different things, and at the end something came up for me. Like life may feel like it's stuck, but it's just you playing for time. Because sometimes it's just your time hasn't yet reached, but while your time is about to reach, you be doing something to build yourself. And when that time comes, it's just easy for you to like just take on whatever's come your way and make it from there. Yeah, I hope you guys have learned something from this video. I've yapped. Yes, I've yapped. I really just wanted to backtrack on my journey on and how I was like unemployed and just there and just stuck and not really knowing what to do. You're watching a Netflix series and you don't know what. If I continue talking, I won't stop. So yeah, I think I'll talk about the subject again in another video, maybe sometime in the future or anything. But I just felt like I need to talk about it right now and hopefully get your hopes high. You guys who are there and you have no work yet, like be optimistic that you're going to get work. Just find something that can connect the two things together. For me, it was going out and not being stuck in my space. It was going out, going to the world, meeting with people, and that connected for me the dots. So for you, it could be something else, or it could be the same thing. Just try things out, and always be studying yourself. Always be reading what's going on in your life. Like, okay, this doesn't work. Maybe this could work, and yeah, things will catch on. Catch you guys next time.